Yes.
Okay. And after that, I gave you the JDBC program also. So last time we discussed two practicals. First one was the fourth program of experiment set 1, which was retrieving the file content through the client server program. We use connection oriented scenario for that. And later we discuss about JDBC tutorial 1, right? Right? So I'm asking you all one by one, share your screen and let me check your work. Who has done it? Anand, Dwarkesh, Faisal, Fanil, Ghanshyam, Jai, Janice, Mishal, Parth, Ronak, Rushi, Shan, Umesh, and Yash. I have more than 14 students. Anand said file program done. Share your screen, Anand. I'm waiting for your screen share. I'm getting your screen, Anand. I'm getting your screen. Go ahead.
This is server side and this is client side.
Oh, just yeah, I can see it now. Oh, so is it saving the file and the client side?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So that's good. Now, what about JDBC? Have you
That I
done
am
it?
not done.
Why you have not done? Is there any specific reason for not doing?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. Means you don't know how to do. Is it like that?
No, I don't know that we have to do practical one of that JDBC.
Okay, okay. We had discussion or not? Did we discuss last time? And this is for everybody. Do we discuss last time? JDBC, yes or no? Guys, kindly acknowledge so that I can progress in the new learning. I have to teach you new topics, so kindly be fast to give answer. Are we done with the JDBC practical one?
Yes, ma'am. We talk about the connections, 5 steps
Okay.
of the connections.
So it means that I am done. Nobody has done from their end. Yes or no?
It means we have to create the CRUD operation for that.
Yeah, I guess you have not seen even the practical is. How is this? How is this lab going on? I mean, this is really not good. Do I
No,
need to
no.
say the
Practical in the
importance?
practical one, we know there is a 5 steps.
Practical one, there are 5 steps. I agree. I discussed those named as MU, and then later you have selected all the records. I demonstrated that to select all the record we can use statement object. So last time I asked you that you create a student table. This was the thing which I have asked. Create a student table and display the content of the record. Content. So first two tasks I have asked to be done by you. Practical 2, task 1 and task 2. Okay, anyways, now see guys, I have realized that when I'm saying that I'll demonstrate and you do in the next lab, nobody's doing. So I have decided that I'll make you to do it by your own because this unit we have already discussed. So there's no meaning to do it again from my end. It is you who need to do because you know already 5 steps. You know that statement object is for static query, prepare statement is for dynamic query, you know that select query can be executed using execute query method, which will return us a result set. We can go with rs.next. We can go with rs.get string, rs.get int, and then we can display the values. You know already all this thing, right? That's why today I'll make you people to do the things. So in chat, I want the reply from everybody. Are you having a NetBeans and XAMPP or WAMP? Any one of this, either XAMPP or WAMP and NetBeans. Installation is done. Everyone reply. Everyone reply right now. Guys, I have 14 students. I got reply from 2 students only. Everybody reply fast. Are we done with? Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11. 2, 3 more. 11. Okay. 12, 13. Fine. So it means that everybody is willing to do, but nobody wants to do it by own. That's not good. Anyways, now I'm focus over here right now. Today I'll make you to do these 2 practicals by your own. I'm going to guide you one by one. I'll ask you to share the screen. Make sure you are typing and you are writing the program along with my instruction parallelly. If you are lagging behind, you can stop me and ask for 1 or 2 minutes. Wait, right? You can ask us to wait. Fine. Today we are going to complete practical number 2 and practical number 3. JDBC tutorial program 2 talks about write a JDBC application which will interact with database and perform following tasks. Create a student table. In MySQL, we'll create a student with roll number in integer, name in varchar, and address in string. Varchar. So we'll have 1 integer and 2 varchar type of column. Roll number, name, and address. We'll make roll number primary key and auto incremented. Then we have to use the statement object. And using statement object, we will display the record, we'll insert a new record, we'll update the record, and we'll delete the record. It means that we are going to do the CRUD operation using statement object. Same table we have to use, and then we have to use prepare statement to do the same. We have to use the prepare statement to display the record, to insert the record, to update, and to delete. It means that CRUD operation using statement and prepare statement we are going to do today. Fine? Okay, now I want somebody to be volunteer and share the screen. I'll guide you and I'll make sure that everybody learns this program in today's lab. Who is ready to share the screen? I'm going to guide you. If you have NetBeans and XAMPP. Guys, share your screen. I mean, this at least you should be enthusiastic enough to share the screen. Who is going to share? Quickly. Am I audible? Hello, I will
Yes,
not. Yeah, I will not kill you. You have to just type whatever I'm saying. Who is ready to share the screen? Quickly, be volunteer. Everyone has installed and nobody is ready. Faisal, share your screen. Faisal, share your screen. Okay, he left the meeting. That's great. Dwarkesh. Dwarkesh. Share your screen. Everybody will follow the instruction, right? So now I want everybody to open the XAMPP. Everyone open the XAMPP. Meanwhile, Dwarkesh will share the screen. Okay. Now, let him share the screen, and meanwhile we can discuss what is statement. Statement object. What is statement object? Just before 2 minutes I replied it. What is statement object? Dwarkesh, is it possible to share the screen? Otherwise, I'll ask someone else. Are you facing any problem? Michelle, share your screen. Everybody be ready. I'll just take one task in Michelle's screen, and then rest of the task I'll randomly select any student. Michelle, quickly share your screen. Yeah, so we're getting Michelle's screen. Now everybody will follow this. Michelle, I'll suggest do one thing. Leave this. Go to the file. You can use magnifier also. Select the new project. Select new project. Everybody do this. Open your NetBeans. Go with the new project. Michelle, use magnifier. Click on the menu key and write down magnifier. I'm repeating what we are going to do. We are going to create practical 2 and 3 of JDBC. I want everybody to work upon this. Michelle, select the Java application. Give next. Give the project name. JDBC lab programs. JDBC lab programs. Click on finish. 1 second. Okay, fine, no problem. No problem. Now, you see there's a library, right? Library folder is there in the project explorer. Close other projects. You can right click and close the project. Close practical 2, right click and say close project. Close. All other projects you close so that you will not have any mistake. Save all and you can close. Close everything. First program also you can close. Fine. Now you see we have 2 folders over here. First one is source and second one is library. We'll add the JDBC driver. Everyone, right click on the library folder, add library. Click on add library. Type MySQL. You can see that it is given MySQL JDBC driver. Select, click on add library. Everyone is done up to this. Guys, I'll ask you randomly to share the screen. Okay, now what we need is we need a database table. Start your XAMPP, Michelle. We'll start the XAMPP. I guess you have shared a single screen. That's why I'm not able to see other things. Michelle, have you shared entire screen or only single screen? I suggest
1 minute, ma'am. I'm sharing the whole screen.
Yeah. He shared only one screen. That's why other things were not visible. So let us have entire screen share from Michelle's end. Now everybody, we will open the XAMPP, we'll create a database named as MU. And in MU database, we'll create a table named as student. Okay? Create a student table with 3 columns. Yeah, so everybody, you can have a look. One second, Michelle, start from the beginning so others can learn. Close this, close this. Close XAMPP even. Okay. See, what you have to do is you have to go to the menu, type XAMPP, click on open. It will open the XAMPP control window. Now you can start first Apache, then start MySQL. You can see when you will start MySQL, you will have port number. Can you see that? 3306 is the port number for MySQL. This we are going to use for the connection. Click on admin. Click on admin. It will take you to the database server. Everyone is done up till now? Fine. Now we'll create a new database. So you can go to the plus sign, click on new, or you can click on the databases. There's a link given. Okay, both will take you to the same place. Write down MU. No, database name is MU, table name is student. Okay, write database name, click on create. It says created. Now it is asking you to create the table. Create table student with 3 columns. Student. Give 3 columns. Click on go. Write down roll number. Integer will give index primary. That's fine. That's fine. At last, not there. Index primary and click on A underscore I. Click on go. A underscore I is for auto increment. Write down S name, varchar, give the length. Write down S address, varchar, you can give length 20 or 30, whatever, fine, anything is fine. Wait. Are we done? Everybody in the lab. Are we done up till this? Is our structure ready? Dwarkesh, your screen share was taking time, so that's why I have not taken your screen share. But soon I'll ask you to share the screen. So be sure that you are doing that. Okay? Everybody, those who are in the meeting. Once you are done with that, you can just click on save. Click on save. So this has created the table, right? Now you can insert records. See up, there is an option which is insert. It is asking us value, will not give for roll number because it is primary key, automatically it will take. We'll start from the second text box, that is student name. You can write down. Rajkot or something you write down. Don't write A, B, C, D and X, Y, Z and all. Don't write that. Write down short city name. You can write Rajkot, you can write Jamnagar, Ahmedabad, whatever. Click on go button of any go button. There are 2 go button or 3 go buttons given. You can click any of this and it will insert to record. You can click on browse and see the record inserted. Clear? Roll number 1 is John and roll number 2 is Max. Fine? Okay. Wait for a while, Michelle. Everybody in the lab are done with this? Everybody, are we done with this? Unless you give the acknowledgement, I'll not go forward. Anand, Dwarkesh, Fenil, Ghanshyam, Jai, Margi, Mahfuz, Rushi, Ronak, Prachi, Parth, Sakshi, Shubham, Umesh, Yash. Everybody give the acknowledgement. Are we done? I got only 3 reply. What about others? You want me to wait? If you want me to wait, just write down wait. Michelle, I can see the chat from my window. You just minimize that and just maximize your, yeah, you be like that. Everyone, if you want me to wait, you can ask me to wait. Ronak?
मैम एक
Yes,
क्वेश्चन
yeah.
मैम
हाँ,
ये
हाँ.
एसक्यूएल ड्राइवर या जेडीबीसी ड्राइवर वो कैसे डाला हुआ वापस बताएगा
हाँ, Michelle, repeat it. Library. Once the project is created, right click. Wait. Slowly you have to so. Click on cancel. You have to go to the library folder. Then right click. Click on add library. It will populate a list when you click. Here you will have, either you can scroll down or you can type MySQL. It will give you MySQL JDBC driver. Select it and click on add library. As Michelle has already added, he will click on cancel, but you should click on add library. Fine, Jai?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, Jai, meanwhile, you can, Michelle, you can show the table structure because few students are lagging behind. So go to the, go to your database, click on the structure. See, this way we have to create structure up, Roll number is primary key, auto increment, right? S name, varchar 20, S address, varchar 20. With roll number, we have to give two extra attributes. That is primary, index primary. It will open a pop-up window. Just click on go and check the checkbox A_I. Tell me once you are done. This is very much important because whatever you are going to do for the internal 20 marks is purely this thing. I ask you to have 5 coding screen and you can show the CRUD operations for those 5 screens. Fine? Few students were asking me today in the chat that can we use some coding which is developed previously for some project. Answer is yes. If you have done by your own HTML and CSS, you can showcase that. In that case, like that thing, the work should be done by you only. Okay, I'm moving forward. Is it fine, everyone? Should I move forward? Ronak, should I move forward? Ronak, should I move forward? Fainil, are you done? Margi? Okay. So, Michelle, go to your code. Now, see what we have. We have created the project folder. We have a one program, right? You can rename this if you want. I'm just showing you how to use the NetBeans also, right? So Michelle, click on JDBC programs.java in the project explorer. JDBC, okay. And you just click there, not right click, just click. And press F2. F2 is for renaming. F2, write down statement demo. Statement, you can write D capitals. No space. White space is not allowed. You learn in C language. You can make D capital. Yeah. Press enter. Right? It will ask you to refactor. Click on refactor. So it will refactor. Oh, you have to do refactor. Okay. Can you see this? It has renamed. Now, we have a statement debug program. Here we'll write all our CRUD operations. And to do the CRUD operations, we required 5 basic steps, right? In command to do code application logic, write down the command. Step 1, register the driver. How will register the driver? Register the driver. Register, or you can say load. Write down load driver or register driver. This is step 1. How will write? Code behind that, load driver. So whatever is there in your library folder, you are going to load it here. For that, you have to write C capital class dot for name. Press enter. It is taking string argument. So write down in double quote. Write down in double quote. What will write is? What we will write is? Anyone? What we need to write for that? Any idea? Anyone is remembering this? What I say? Driver string. We'll write com dot. Everything is in small. Com dot mysql dot jdbc dot D capital driver. And we'll do the semicolon. This is step number 1. Right? Now, see, it will give you the error every time that you have to put in try, catch, block and all. What you can do is, the main method which you have written, there you can write throws exception. Throws, yeah, exception. Yeah, fine. Now it won't give you the error. Okay. Go next. What is step number 2? One more enter. Step number 2, write down comment. Step 2, make connection. We are making connection or establishing the connection with your data server. Where is your data server? Show me your database. Look at your data server. This is your data server. Can you see there up? It is written server 127.0.0.1. This is IP address, right? Database name is MU. And in the XAMPP, open the XAMPP control window. It said that it is running on port number 3306. On the port number 3306, right? So we want to get connected over here. What is the method to get connection with the with your data server? Step number 2, get connection. How we do that? So for that, we have the message. Yeah, object connection we have to create, right? But it is a return type. Connection is made with the help of driver manager class and its method get connection. So we'll write driver manager DNM capital. Driver manager, no space, driver manager dot, not parenthesis, get C capital connection, right? The second variant we are going to use where we have 3 arguments. So in dull code, we have to write the URL, first argument. And URL is about your, you can say it's about your data server. So here we'll write JDBC colon MySQL colon // Now we have to write either host name or IP address. So you can write 127.0.0.1 colon 3306, or you can write localhost. Fine, you can write localhost also. So you can write localhost colon 3306 / you have to write your database name, and our database name is /mu. So this is the perfect URL. Okay. Now the second argument. So after double quote, second argument is name of administrator of your data server, which is in MySQL always root, ROOT. So it's a string argument, double quote, root. Third argument is the password. There's no password, so we can give an empty, yeah, null, only 2 quotes. Fine. Now this is establishing the connection, and this setting entirely can be represented using a connection object, because get connection method returns an object of connection interface. So in the starting of the same line, we'll write connection con equal to, where C is capital, connection con equal to driver manager dot, con is our object name, right? Now you have to import this. Write down up, import java.sql dot, up, first line. Yeah, import. बराबर छे, driver manager तो रहશે बेटा. Don't do that. It will make your program heavy. Import java.sql dot connection, C capital. Yeah, last one. Semicolon. Take one more, import java.sql dot result set, R capital, result set. Yeah. Take one more, import java dot SQL.statement. S capital statement. Yeah. Fine. This 4 imports we want. Now, what is step number 3? Our connection is established. Those who are in the lab can tell me, online students, what is step number 3? Step number 3 is everybody in the meeting. Can you tell me the step number 3? Exactly. Create the statement. Right? How will create the statement? We'll say connection object which we have used in the first step, second step, that connection object con we will use. Right in the next line, con dot, no, not there, in code only. Go to your NetBeans. Write down con dot. Now only coding, nothing else. Go to next line, write down con dot. Create statement. C small, create S capital. Yeah, create statement. Semicolon. Now this way will represent as a statement object, because with the connection interface there is a method create statement. You are creating statement for this connection, the connection which you specified in step number 2, and this way will be representing using the statement object. So we will assign it to the object of a statement interface. So we'll write S capital statement. We'll give the name STMT, the object name. STMT equal to. This is just an object name. You can write any object name. Step number 3 is done. Now what is step number 4? What is step number 4? Everyone. We have driver, we have made the connection, we have statement. Now what is required to retrieve all the record from student table? What we required is? Exactly. We required execute query. Step number 4, execute query. How we will execute? So you have to write statement object. You'll write stmt dot execute query, because we are going to work with Q capital. Execute. Remove the dot. It will give you in suggestion. Yeah, execute query. Execute, you need to type execute. Yeah, enter. In double quote, we'll write the query. What is our query? Select star from student. Right? And entire thing will be given as an execute query, return us an object of result set interface. So what we'll write is result set RS is equal to R and S capital. Result set, yeah, RS is equal to. Fine. So it will hold the entire result. I hope everybody is in the pace. Everyone has done up till this. Now our query is executed and we have result in it, but we want to display. Fine. We want to display the result. So how we will display the result? How we will display the result? There could be 5 record or yeah, using rs.next, because when you say rs result set object, it is pointing to the row which is before first row, right? Which is pointing to the row which is before first row. It means 0th row. It has not started accessing it. So if you want to access it, you have to go to rs.next. So from 0, it will go to the first row, right? There could be 5 or that could be 500 or that could be 5,000 if Amazon kind of application. If we say you are browsing the product. So maybe there will be more than 500 records in it. So we cannot display with the single system.out.println. Instead, we can put it inside a loop.
So we'll take a while loop. While, and we'll say rs dot next, right? Yeah, and we'll give the while body, and now we will display. Write down system dot out dot println. Now, no, don't give the double space. Remove space. First, we will write. See, now to display record, there are two ways. Remove the double quote. You can write. See, our first column is roll number, which is integer. Second column is s name, which is varchar, and the third column is address, as address, which is again a varchar. So to access those value, we have to use getter method with data type specification of your column. As the first column is roll number, we can write rs.getInt. Now rs.getInt takes two arguments. Can you see that? It says either index or string column label. So either you can write, as it is the first column, you can write one, or you can give a string argument, which is your column label. It means column name. In that case, you will not write one, but you will write in double quote column name, roll number. Fine. This will display the roll number of first record because it is inside the while loop. Now we'll use the concatenation sign plus and we'll give a space. So inside the parenthesis, give a space plus space, double quote, which is space, yeah. After double quote plus, now we will display, after space we will display the second column. So we'll write rs dot get string, because our second column is s name, which is a string value. So either you can write s name or you can write 2. Write down 2 over there so that you can have the idea. Okay. Again, we'll concatenate the space and then we'll display the third column. Get string, because third one is the address. What is the name? You can write double quote s address. I guess it is s address only. Yes or no? Check your structure. Roll number and s address are correct column name. Yeah, s address and roll number. Okay. So you can see here, go back to your database. It is given 1, 2, and 3. Can you see that? 1 is for roll number, 2 is for s name, 3 is for address. So either you can write 1, 2, 3, or you can write the column name, roll number, s name, and address. So what we did for roll number and s address, we have returned the column name, but for s name, we return the index. So index 2 is given or representing your student name column. Now this is inside while loop. So even there are 5 records or 500 or 5,000, it will keep on executing the loop until there are records. Fine. Go to your code. So this is, we are displaying the record. And now we are writing the final step after while. Step number 5. What is step number 5? Outside the loop. Yeah. Step number 5, which is optional, but we should perform. Exactly. Close the connection. And where is our connection? Which object? Go to next line. Which object we have connection? Yeah, con. So what we'll write is con dot, exactly, con dot close. This is perfect code of your record retrieval. Now, whenever we are using NetBeans, if we are doing some changes in program, even if it is fully developed or you are running it for the first time, first you have to do clean and build. Michelle, go up in the, yeah, and you can see hammer and brush given there, clean and build. Click on that, clean and build. Go down, there will be output window, bottom of your, yeah, and you can see here, soon it will start messaging us. It says build successful. You can right click on the program code and run file. run file. Can you see two records coming from the database? These are the two records which Michel has entered when he was creating the table. Fine? Okay, Michel, go to your code. Let it display fully, minimize the magnifier so that others can see the code. Let it be 200 and let others see the code. Minimize it. Fine? Okay, everyone see this, and if you are facing any problem, if you are not able to execute, report it now. Are we working, everyone? Anand, Dwarkesh, Fenil, Ghanshyam, Hetal, Jai, Margi, Mahfuz, Parth, Prachi, Ronak, Rushi, Sakshi, Shubham, Umesh, and Yash. Done. Good. So getting the output. Everybody is getting the output. I got two replies. Jai, Mandani, and Yash. They are done. What about others? Learn it properly because this is needed for your project. Yeah, Umesh, you can take the reference. Code is open in front of you. So we're giving 2-3 minutes more and then we'll move on. Meanwhile, others can look at the code, and if you are done, and if you have any query, you can ask the question. Anyone? Having any query can ask the question. Done? Those who are done can share the screen. How many of you are done? Write in the chat box because I want to move forward. We are planning to do 2 programs. Yash and Umesh, Fanil and Umesh, are you facing any problem? Why it is taking too long? Margi, tell me your status. Margi, tell me your status. These are just 5 lines. It won't take much time. Okay, Umesh is done. Margi? If you are not answering this time, those who are not answering, I will not answer at the time of attendance. Okay. Now I request Fanil to share the screen. You can stop sharing your screen, Michelle. I'll go ahead with Fanil. You can follow the steps. Now, next task for this practical is to insert 2 records. Fanil, share your screen. Okay, so using statement object, if we want to insert 2 records, we'll take nothing from the user side. Query will be static. Fine. So can anyone tell me the query for inserting record? Fanil, I'm waiting for your screen share. Are you going to share? Yes or no? Fanil. Okay, what is insert query? Everyone? Guys, be fast. What is insert query?
Insert into table and the values.
Yeah, insert into table. Right now we have student table with the roll number, auto increment and a primary key. Right, and when we were inserting the record, we have not given value for roll number because it is auto incremented, so it will take by its own. This is how it happens. When you take the admission, your enrollment number will be generated automatically. Fine. So now what we will do is we will go ahead and somebody is messaging me in the Rushi, what is happening, Rushi? You can tell here, Rushi, because while lab is going on, I'll not be able to answer in the chat of Telegram.
या हेलो मैडम हाँ
हाँ।
वो अचानक से क्रैश हो रहा है लैपटॉप पूरा आई
आपका
डोंट नो व्हाई
have you installed any other heavy software? Because NetBeans is already heavy.
नो 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 नो
What
नो
is-
नो नो
What is your RAM?
8 GB
Then it should work
I have
fine.
also sent you a video I think it's some other problem
Okay.
हेलो मैम,
Yes.
मेरे में भी चालू नहीं हो रहा है नेटबिन्स। मेरी
मतलब
रैम 4 GB है और
if
मैंने
with 4 GB, it will be little slow. That is for sure.
हाँ
I
तो बंद हो गया था, मैंने स्विच ऑफ करके फिर से चालू किया तो खुल ही नहीं रहा है अब। तो मैंने जो बाकी के जो कोड थे वो बुक में लिख लिए।
ठीक है, that's fine as of now, but I suggest like you just try to complete the work every day. Otherwise, you see, now when I'll move to Servlet, I'm telling you, Servlet also we are going to use JDBC. At that time, how to inculcate it with HTML. I'll be directly saying the 5 steps. I'll not explain everything again. This is prepare statement, this is register the driver, this is connection. I'll not explain all those things. So day by day, your programs will get complex. So if you're not clearing the previous part, new thing will be tough for you. So that is why I'm insisting that everybody try to complete it. And this is how you see how it is happening. Actually, this thing you had to do by your own from last lab till today. You had 1 week time. Nobody has done. That's why we are wasting 1 hour. It started at 9:40. Now it is 10:40. So within this 1 hour, I was planning to take you from insert, update, and delete and a prepare statement. But now you see the situation. We are too slow because you are not working from home. This way, syllabus will not get completed in a accepted quality, expected qualities. Later, what I have to do? I'll just demonstrate and you will see and you will forget. If you're doing this, you will not learn the technology for sure. That's why I advise again and again, whatsoever is the problem, try to sort it out. Now it is kept hanging or it is not starting because from last lab, you just installed and now you're working with that. Actually, this you have to do from home. You have to work upon this by your own. Okay? So yeah, for those who are it's hanging, it's just because of NetBeans is a bit heavy and maybe your RAM or other softwares are disturbing it. And that's why your system performance of your laptop is being degraded. So in that case, keep patience, restart and do it. That's the only solution. Fennel has left the meeting as I have, or he's there. Fennel, are you going to share? Say yes or no. Otherwise I'll ask someone else to share. Anand, are you ready to share the screen? Anand, are you ready to share the screen? Oh,
Ma'am, there is error coming.
I'll solve it. For that only I'm taking salary. I'll solve your errors. Don't worry about errors. Just share it. This is not your exam. This is lab. If errors are not coming now, then it's a trouble. Okay? Only see, single line and you'll be done. You have to just write there with the main method. Go to your main method. Yeah, at last write down throws exception and done. It's okay. It's okay. Parenthesis. Throws exception. E capital. Done. Go on the error. And see,
Yes,
if you're doing by your own, it will take 2-3 days to sort out what is the problem. You mute yourself and keep on sharing your screen. I'll guide you for the next task. Okay, now you are done. Right click and run the program. Right click and run the program. Slowly, it is there. Right click. Yeah. Can you see the 4 records coming? Very easy, nothing to worry about. Okay, now everybody, now Anand will work. He will demonstrate and everyone will work with Anand. Okay, Anand will go before close connection. So the line where you have written close connection. I request you to use magnifier so that others can see your screen. Menu key press karo. Yeah, magnifier. Yeah, 200%. Okay, now. Okay, so curly braces pachi lakhisu. While na curly braces pachi. Comment there and write down insert query. Right? We want to insert. Right? How we will insert? We know that for insertion the query is insert into, write down the query, insert into table name. What is our table? Student. Right? Now primary key we will not take. Rest of the 2 field. So in parenthesis we'll write as name comma as address. Comma as address. Fine. Outside we'll write values. Right? And as name and address are the string values, we can give in a double quote, but this entire query we want to give in a comment of the execute method. That's why we will use a single quote. You can go with double quote if it is simple query, but this you are going to give as an argument of a method. That's why in parenthesis, because value is listing, parenthesis will write single quote, write down my name, TARU. Yeah, give comma for the second outside. Give comma, write down single quote Rajkot. Okay, this we want to insert. One more. No, okay, one. That's it. Now select the entire. This is complete query. Control X. Okay, now we have to execute this, and we know that when there is a DML queries, we will use statement object stmt. We have already created, right? So we are just using it. Stmt dot execute update. Execute U capital. Yeah. Double quote, and paste the query. Fine. At last we'll say semicolon. Now, this entire thing is going to give you an integer value in result. So go to the starting. We'll say integer space rs underscore insert. This is result of insert, right? Insert equal to, right? This is holding the result. Now we want to check whether it's done or not. So in next line, we will use this integer value. We'll say if rs underscore result insert, sorry, not result, rs underscore insert is greater than 0, right? If it is greater than 0, it means what? It means record has inserted. So you can write system.out.println record inserted. Right? Else, we'll say system.out.println problem in insertion. Okay, done? Fine. Right click and run it. Okay, before that, show me your database. Right now you see 4 because it is taking the select first and then it is inserting. So we will go to your database, we'll refresh and see it. Go to the browse. Can you see the 5th record? It is coming from code. Fine. Okay. The problem statement says insert a 2 record. So what you can do is you can copy the entire thing in the code, right? Entire thing, that is from integer till else print. Copy entire thing. Total 5 lines you have to copy from integer. Yeah, copy. At down, you can paste it. Make it 1. Integer rs underscore insert 1. Change the values in the insert query. Give some other name. You'll say insert 1 rs if rs underscore insert 1 greater than 0. Right? You can say record 2 inserted. Right? Record 2 inserted, so that we can have the idea. Record 2 inserted. Okay, fine. Otherwise, problem in insertion 2. Else problem in insertion 2, so that we can have idea where it is creating the problem. Right? Problem in insertion 2. You can see it says record inserted. Fine. Okay. Now, this is insert. Next is delete. Next is delete. Can anyone tell me what is delete query? Press enter there. One more enter. Comment. Write down delete query. How will write the delete query? Enter. Write down the delete query. What is delete query? Everybody. Delete from table name, right? Space, where you can give the condition roll number equal to 7. And we know that roll number is 7 is Joe. Yes or no? Right? Select entire query, cut it. You can write down stmt. Yeah, result. Okay, good. Integer rs underscore del, delete underscore del, not dot. You can write underscore rs underscore del. That's a variable name. Dot is not allowed. Equal to stmt dot execute update. In double quote, paste your query. At last semicolon. Right? Now we'll use this delete variable. If rs underscore del is greater than 0. So copy that if else. Copy that if else from the top. We'll say record deleted rs underscore del greater than 0. We'll say record deleted. Deleted. Else problem in removal. Fine. what it says. Record deleted. Go to your database and check out 7 Joe is there or not. Click on browse. This is not refreshed, that is why. Click on browse again. It's okay, it's okay. Click on browse. Up, yeah. Can you see that? 7 number is deleted. And this Taru is keep on adding because we are running every time and every time it is inserting it into this. Okay. Now we are moving with the update query. So we have roll number, S name and address. We will update both name and address. So go to the code again. Show me the database instance. Go to the database. There are so many records with the name Taru. We will try to update it. Show me the database instance. I guess it's hanging. Yeah. So we will try to update the record number 8. Taru Rajkot, we will make it as Tarannum Surendranagar. Okay? We will update the record 8, record number 8, roll number 8. Go to your code. Write down the update query. Go to your code, NetBeans. Go to NetBeans. I guess my network is slow or your network is slow. I don't know. Yeah, your screen share has...
My network.
Yeah, can you share it again?
My network.
Yeah, try to share it. Anyone else is ready with the screen, then we'll take their screen share as he's having the network problem. We want to update one record. Anyone? Jai? Ronak? Mishal, Rushi, anyone? Those who want to share the screen. Quickly, guys, we are running out of time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, use magnifier so that others can see properly. 200%. Okay. Now, see, what he has done is he has made method. So that's also great. First, we will write the update query. Okay. So the place where you have commented execute query, before that write down. Before that write down. Okay, enter there. Enter. Press enter. No, not there. Down. Pen. Okay, write down. Update. What is the query? Update space. Table name. What is table name? Student space. What is next? How we write the update query? We'll write set. S-E-T. Set. Right? Space. Column name. S name is equal to single quote new value. Write down Tarannum. Tarannum. Okay, now if we want to go with the second column, then we can write comma and the second column name and value. Otherwise, we will directly give the where condition, right? So writing comma s address, we'll update, comma s address equal to new value, single quote, S Nagar, Surendranagar, you can write S Nagar, right? We'll write where roll number equal to any roll number, update any record. see, roll number is a string, sorry, integer, so we will not give the single quote. Okay, select entire query, cut it and paste it in execute update. We'll say integer rs update, integer rs update e equal to we'll say record updated else we'll say update problem. Fine. You can right click and you can run it. So inside main method, we are calling update statement. Okay. He has made the method. That's a really good idea. It says record updated. Let us see the database. So John and Max, now it is Tarannum and Max. Can you see everybody? So this is how we can go with the crude operations. We can go with the crude operations in the table. Now, this is for the static query. If you look at the code, show me all the queries, insert, select, update, delete. All the queries which you have written are as it is. There's nothing coming from user side while writing a query. But in a real life or real applications, it won't be that scenario. Because we know that when you are logged into your system, you are entering username and password, and then it is forming a select query. Select star from students where username is equal to enrollment number and password is equal to password given by user. So these are the values which are coming runtime. So when we have runtime values, we will go with prepared statement. Okay, we'll go with the prepared statement. So in prepared statement, query will not fully formed at the time of writing the code. Instead, values inside the query will come from the user at the runtime. So these are called the dynamic queries, and dynamic queries are using the statement object. We shall do one thing. Go to your source package, right click to your JDBC lib programs, right click, new Java class. New Java class. Click on new Java class. Write down prepare statement demo. Prepare statement. Pre-statement also you can. Okay, fine. Statement demo. Fine. Click on finish. Now we are working with the prepare statement. You can copy the related code. So I suggest copy entire main method from statement demo. I'll ask you the corrections. Next step, you have that. You see that statement demo.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I have created that CRUD operation with the prepare statement.
No. Actually, I want to teach to others also. I'll see your work later, but let the other student also learn. So
Okay.
go to so that they can also follow the steps because others are watching you. Okay. So we'll take main method. Connection method you can take main method. Yeah, copy it. Take the imports. Yeah. Now we'll remove the statement. Instead, we'll say prepare statement. Up. Import java.sql. Import java.sql dot prepared statement. P cap. Okay. Right. P capital. Okay. Now, Michelle, can you just go with the simple way because others are not using this way. So we'll go to the main method. Copy first two steps. Yeah. So this is how you are going to write. Everybody inside your main method, write down class.forename and connection object. Step number 3 is to create. Go down. Step number 3 is to create the statement object. This time we will create the statement object which will be the which will be of type prepared statement. So we'll say create prepared statement object, right? So for that, we will use the con object, con dot prepared statement. Right? Prepare statement. Yeah. Now we have to give the query, right? Where certain portion of the query should be come from the user side. So write down, select star from student where roll number equal to question mark. Question mark is a placeholder. It means that you don't know what is the roll number, right? User will enter the value for roll number. So this is, we are creating a statement of prepared statement. So you have to write in the starting prepared, R-E-D, prepared statement, starting of this line. Prepared statement, PS is equal to, right? So this is the object created. Now, roll number will ask user to enter. So we'll take a scanner class, right? Michelle, delete up everything because I want everyone to look at the less code. Otherwise, they will be like, there's so much coding. Yeah. Okay. Now see, what we have to do is we have to scan the value from user. So we'll take import java.util.scanner. Import up. Import java.util.scanner. Okay. Now the next line in the code will be, yeah, we can create a scanner class object. SC is equal to new scanner system.in. Okay. Next line will ask system.out.println, enter roll number. What we'll write is integer r equal to, don't write the same as column name, otherwise others will be confused. Integer r equal to, or roll equal to, fine, equal to sc.next int. Scanner object dot next int. Fine. Now we have roll number value inside local variable r, and we want to set it for the prepare statement object. So what we'll write is, we'll write ps dot set int. It will set the value inside your statement object. Yeah, set int. Set int takes two arguments. First one is the index. We have one question mark in our query. Point out the query. Query says select star from. Highlight the query. Select star from student where roll number is equal to question mark. So here for the first question mark. So index of the placeholder is the first argument of setter method. It depends what is the type of column. If it is varchar, then we would have used ps.set string. But as it is integer, we are using ps.set int. We'll write 1 because it is for first question mark. In ps.set int, we'll write 1 comma r. 1 stands for first question mark. Now your entire query is ready with the runtime value taken from the user, and that value has been placed inside the query. Now we have to execute the query. Which method we will use? Which method we will use? This is select query. Which method we will use to execute the query? So after ps.set int, step number 4, execute query. Write in a comment, enter. Step 4, execute query. How will execute? We'll write ps1 dot, because ps dot execute query, because it is select statement. Now, what we have to do is, this is return of a result set. So we'll say result set rs is equal to, yeah, ps dot execute query, right? And we want to display. Now this time we have single record, right? So what we will write is, to display what we will write is, we will write rs dot next, right, semicolon, and then we'll write system.out.println, and all three columns we will display, because it is single record, right? Primary key, that's why it's a single record. It is fine, you have to keep it. Next line you have to write system.out.println. Display all three columns. And ultimately we'll write step number 5, that is close the connection. Okay, anyone having doubt in this code? Can you see the step 3 right now? The important part for this practical prepared statement, the things which are changing is step 3. Rest of the things are same as your statement object. Okay, fine. Right click and run the file. This time we'll enter the roll number 1, and roll number 1 is Tarannum, record Tarannum, right? Can you see? You have to give a space, that's it, between name and address. Fine, so it is displaying the record. Anyone having any doubt or query? Yeah, give the space in between. Fine, it will be work good now. Now we'll perform one deletion. So before step 5, comment delete query. So for deletion also we'll ask user to enter the roll number, right? So you can write prepared statement ps1 equal to, as we are giving the query inside the object creation, we need to take new object, connection dot prepare statement. We'll write in a double quote, delete from student where roll number equal to. Question mark. Semicolon. Next, what we will do is, we'll scan the value. So copy that 3 lines from the up, 2 lines. Okay, fine. Yeah, 2 lines. Change the message, enter roll number to delete. Enter roll number to delete. Say R1, integer R1. Okay. Next, we have to execute this. So we'll say, we have to set this ps1 dot set int. As our delete query is having only one question mark, so we'll say 1 comma R1. This roll number we have to delete. Okay. Finally, we'll execute. How will execute the DML statement? How will execute the DML statement? Press one more enter. How will delete? Press one more enter. ps1 dot execute update. All the DML queries will be executed using execute update, which will return us an integer value. So we'll say integer result delete r underscore delete, yeah, equal to ps1 dot execute update, and we'll say if rs underscore delete is greater than 0, record deleted, else problem in removal. Mishal, if you are using if else and if it is a single statement, no need to do curly braces. By default, it is taking it. You can directly write problem in removal. Fine, right click and run. This is for selection. When you are entering 1, it will select it that record. Now for delete, select again 1. Enter. It says record deleted. Go to database, refresh it. Can you see? Record 1 is deleted. Fine. Now, can you tell me the change for the insert and update? For insert, how many variables will scan using scanner? After delete query, write down before step 5. Before step 5, yeah, we need 2. Before step 5, comment insert, right? We require 2 variable. Which are the 2 variable? Name and address, right? Yeah, exactly, name and address. So you can copy the entire paragraph from up, change it for insert query. This time we'll say PS3. PS3. We'll say connection dot prepare statement, insert into student. Parenthesis will write s name comma address. S address. We'll write values. Parenthesis question mark comma question mark. We'll go next and we'll write enter name. We'll say string nm equal to se.next. You can write next also, no problem. We'll say ps3 dot. ps3 dot. Yeah, okay, fine. Copy it. System.out.println, enter address. We'll say string address. Add 1. Yeah. Next. We can write next line, no problem. Now we have to set. So we'll say ps3 dot set string. One comma sn1, right? Because we want to replace it with name, and ps3 dot set string. Enter ps3 dot set string. 2 comma Add 1. Right? For second question mark, we are setting it. Now we have to execute. So we'll say rs underscore insert. Mahfouz. Yeah. Fine. Fine. It is execute update only. Right? Record inserted. Else problem in insertion. Problem in insertion. And will not come there. Wrong message. Right click and run the program. Give 2, it will select the second record. Give 2, it will select delete the second record. Now it is asking the name, write down any name and address. You can check from the database. You can see Max is deleted and now only one record, 3 Leo. Okay. Now we'll update address of Leo instead of Rajkot, and name also we will update. So how many records, how many inputs are required? No, think properly. I want to update both. What is the update
3.
query? Why 3? Yes, answer is correct. We require 3. Why 3?
1 for roll number and 1 for 2 for changing.
Exactly. 1 for giving inside the where condition and 2 for giving the new values, right? So copy the entire paragraph. We'll say PS4 update query, comment update query. PS4 connection dot prepare statement update student set s name equal to question mark comma s address is equal to question mark update student set s name equal to question mark comma s address equal to question mark space where roll number equal to question mark, and these 3 things we have to set. Okay, say enter roll number, enter name for update, enter name for update. Now you have to ask the enter roll number. You can copy 2 line. I will say integer. Yeah. Right. Now we'll set it. PS4 dot set string. First question mark is sn2. Second is add2, and the third one is r2. Third 3 comma r2. We'll say PS4 dot execute update. PS downline. Set string nahi, set integer. Last line PS set int. Okay. PS4 execute update rs. Yeah. Modification or updation. Fine. Run it. Three we have.
Okay, now if you will enter, one, okay, do it. Like 3 only. 1 is not there, only 3 is there. Okay. Now enter new. Enter. So Leo is enter, and now Leo only we are updating. Right? So you can enter, you change the name, give new name. Okay, enter. And what will be the roll number this time? 4, right? Okay. Check the database. Only one record recently inserted. It was Leo, but then we updated and we made it at Michelle. Getting everyone? Any question, any doubt up till now? So this is prepared statement. Are you getting the difference, everybody? What is the difference between statement and prepared statement? Can we differentiate it? If in interview somebody asks you, what is the difference between statement, object, and prepared statement? What will be your answer? Can you differentiate? Hello, everyone. I'm talking to you. What is the difference between statement and prepared statement? Yes, Michelle.
In statement, we have to give static query, and in prepared statement, we have to give dynamic queries.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So the query will be from runtime. And when something is forming runtime, we call it as a static dynamic query. And when something is being formed at the execution time, that is static query. Something being formed at the runtime, it is dynamic query. So when we have static query, we will go with the statement object, and when we'll have dynamic query, we'll go with the prepared statement. And we seen today the CRUD operations to be performed with the static query and dynamic query. Hope everybody has worked upon that. Michelle, you can stop sharing your screen. Everyone, I have shared my screen. You can have a look what we did today. Last lab, we did practical 1 of JDBC. Today, we completed practical 2 and 3 of JDBC, which was about prepared statement CRUD operation and statement object CRUD operations. Now, for task 4, like program 4, next time we will be going with this thing. I'll be demonstrating you JDBC application to create the how to interact with the database, because we learn in a theory that at times we can store the business logic at the database side also, and to do so we require store procedure. And we know that store procedure can be called using the third type of statement, prepared statement and statement. What is the third type of statement? What is the third type of statement? Statement for static query, prepared statement for dynamic query, and callable statement for stored procedures. Fine. So next lab, we are going to learn how to create stored procedure in MySQL, how to use callable system object to retrieve it. Along with that, we learn in theory that there's a transaction which is happening, or which is forming a single logical unit of work, and where we have seen an example transferring $50 from account A to account B. So we'll be implementing that DBMS example now with the help of Java code. So next lab, 2 point of major discussion, which is callable interface, how to call a stored procedure in your Java program, and how to create the stored procedure. And the third major discussion would be how to implement the transactions. So don't miss next lab. We're definitely going to work upon that. Today, we completed statement and prepared statement object. If something is left over from your end, you can do it before next lab. In case if you're having any errors, you can showcase me during the next lab or in between the weekdays whenever you feel to solve your query. Fine.
So that's it from my end today. Any question, any doubt, anyone? Any technical query or doubt? Exactly. Anand is saying in the statement values will be defined in query, and in a prepare statement it will be scanned. It means it will be taken runtime from the user. Fine. Okay. Hope you have learned. So you can work upon the completion of today's work. Still we have 10 minutes, 5 minutes.